Guys, I've been in kind of production mode lately, and I got myself a fly. I want to do something different. I've been searching on the internet, just trying to get some inspiration for what you can take the end of this railroad spike and turn it into. And a lot of people have done a lot of different things with them, but I'm looking at that, and today I see an elephant. I have no idea if that's possible, but that's what I'm going to try to do. So if you see this video, that means I was successful. So sit back, you're in for a heck of a build, I think. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is actually what I always do. And I'm going to get this stuff into one consolidated mass. And then I'll start pulling out the ears and the trunk and try to shape that head up. So first thing I'm going to do, flatten it down without rolling it. The plan here is that this is the orientation it's going to go. The trunk and the tusks will be pulled out the bottom, ears should be split out off the top, and this will be the top itself. So we're just going to kind of get this thing into a solid mass, get it cleaned up, and then hopefully start pulling some pieces. Just try to work that top down a little bit, just to clean it up. Bring this down a little, upset this end a little bit. What I'll start doing now is I'll start figuring out where I want my cuts to be. So I know I'm going to go ahead and pull this trunk out, but I also need to leave something for tusks. So I'm going to mark off these two corners. For the tusks to be pulled out. And then I need to split these ears out. So I think I'm going to take this steel here for the ears. Although, having never done this, I haven't the foggiest idea this is going to work, but that's what we're going to try to use right there. So tusk, trunk in the middle, and the two ears. That's the plan. Alright, I think I'm going to split these tusks out first. I think part of the problem here is going to be keeping everything from melting. And that would be a horrible way to fail, because then you got to start over again. But put those out, and I'll start pushing stuff down. I think I'll go ahead and get a little bit deeper cut for those ears too, just so I can visualize what I'm doing. But I can see it, alright? I can see it happening. Alright, let's see about stealing some steel for some ears. This would be a lot easier with a torch, so we wouldn't have to keep going back to the forge. But it is what it is. And a little groove for an ear there. Alright, we'll try that other ear and we'll try to zoom in so maybe you can see something. I know my hands are going to be in the way, but No offense, me getting the piece done takes precedence over the cinematography at the moment. Make sure we steal the same amount of metal on both sides. This is going to be a little bit more sculpting than forging at the beginning, but you can see it happening there. A little color. We'll put a dent right in the top here. This will help center things. Okay. Actually, I could stop right where am I? Focus up, man. Stop right there and call it an abstract of an elephant. So in the camera I can see, looks like a little more steel over there than over here, but we're going to make it all work. Alright, so I'm going to take my little rounded nose and just start to move some steel down where I want it to be. These tusks actually have to be down farther, so we're trying to move those down in a non-cutting way. Start pulling those ears down a little bit. Just to start moving steel where it needs to be in the depth. Area. Ears need to be down, tusks need to be down. It's starting to take shape. I'm a little bit surprised. Alright, so I'm starting to think a little optimistically here. So before I go much farther, I want to consider how I'm going to finish this handle. And I think I'll just do the typical twist that I do. I think it'll look good for this piece. So I'm going to get those lines, at least the lines curved in. I really don't want to mess with the twist yet. I don't want to do the twist yet because I don't want the twist messed up in the vise. But we'll at least put the lines in. Hopefully we can get the heat to climb this thing long enough. To be able to twist it without burning the head off. That's the plan anyway. Alright, so at least we got that in. That took some heavy heat to do that. So does twisting, but I don't know. I don't think I want to put that twist in yet. I really don't. We're going to think about it. Alright, so I'm going to take my chisel here and start bringing those ears back a little more. They don't need to be down that far. That's going to make them pretty delicate. No, you can't see what I'm doing, but start bringing them that way and start bringing them this way, I guess. I don't know. Looks like a blessed elephant, doesn't it? Alright, at this point in time I'm going to try to start stretching that trunk out. I'm going to use my little rounded over thing as a fuller and try to stretch it out. This is going to be a slow slow process, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Be nice to be able to get that out to here anyway. Funny bone. Alright, let's keep stretching this thing out. Is it? Well, I don't know what I just did, but I missed my last scene. So I just cut those tusks a little deeper, which automatically made the nose a little bigger, so that helps quite a bit. Alright, we'll keep stretching that trunk out. Alrighty, we're getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Stretch trunk. You gotta do it. You must do it now. Well, I'll tell you, only get about 5 seconds of work before your heat's gone. Alright, I'm gonna try to isolate that trunk a little from the tusk. So I'm gonna come in here like that. I'm gonna hit back here. I'm either gonna live to regret it. Well, it worked. So if you can see, I rolled those tusks out. They almost look like puppy dog ears now. So hopefully now I can go ahead and start pulling on that trunk a little more. It's all an experiment, man. Alright, back over on the anvil. I'm hoping I can get enough of a bite on this trunk to start stretching it out a little bit. I'm hoping I can. So that's starting to look like a baby trunk anyway. With a little more pull. I don't know if I'm going to get enough steel out of it. I hope so. Tell you one thing, it's an exercise in temperature control, that's for sure. Alright, so that's where I am. I'll tell you, if I get out to here, I think I'm going to call it good enough. For what I'm doing anyway. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Let's see if we can make this the final stretch. How's that for scale? You think that's alright? I think that'll work. I think it'll prove the point. So I won't mess with that much anymore. I think we'll, I don't know what we'll do. I'm going to get my tusks back where they belong and then start working on my ears. I think that's the plan anyway. Boy, I hope I can twist this when I'm done.